Good morning. Hello, Marcus. Hello, Lennon. Hello, Stella. I'm going to tell you a story about a boy called Billy. Now, Billy lived with his mammy and his daddy, and he lived in a little small house. And he was a very small little boy. And Billy's mammy and daddy had very little money, and he did not have any nice toys or really nice things to play with. And sometimes he was very sad. The only thing he really liked doing was playing football. So one day he was going out playing football, and this man saw him playing football and said to him, "Billy, would you like to come down and play for our football team?" And Billy said, "Oh, I would love to go and play for a football team." "Where are you?" He said, "Just down the road, in the park, behind your house, and there's a big football pitch, and we play there all the time. And we have jerseys, and we have shirts, jerseys, knicks, football shorts, and socks, and we train hard, and we play football against lots of other teams." So Billy was really happy about this. So he went to his mammy and daddy and said, "Mammy and daddy, I want to play football out on the park for a football team. A real football team." So his mammy and daddy said, "Well, okay, Billy, we'll bring you down." So they brought him down to the football pitch. And there he saw all the other boys and girls, and they were all there, all getting ready to play. But when Billy came up, the man said, "Hello, Billy. You're very welcome to our football team. Now, go over there and get ready." But Billy had no football gear. He had no proper jersey or knicks or football socks, shorts, because his mammy and daddy were really poor. And the man said, "Billy, where is all your football stuff?" And he said, I don't have any, I'm sorry. Oh, the man said, "That's such a pity." And he said, "Have you got football boots?" And Billy had no football boots. So the man said, "I'm really sorry. You can't play without your football boots. So you'll have to get football boots and come back down to play." Oh, Billy was very sad. Really sad. So he went home, and then he went in and told his mammy and daddy, "Mammy and daddy, do you know what? They won't let me play football because I have no proper football boots." Oh, mammy and daddy were very sad as well. And they said, "Billy, we have no money to buy football boots. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, but we don't have any money." Oh, this is really terrible. "What will we do?" said his daddy. He said, "I never think. We will go up to Grandad's house and look in the old shed and see is there anything there, because Grandad used to play football. Maybe, just maybe, there might be some boots there." So that was okay. So he went up with his daddy, and they went up to his granddad's shed, and they were looking among all the things in the shed, and they couldn't find anything really. There was old broken bicycles, and there was broken lawnmowers, and there was hammers, and there was old nails and tins of paint. And then they couldn't find anything. So, next thing, down in this corner, they moved a shovel and a spade out of the way. And there was this old pair of boots, and they were yucky, mucky, old spider cobwebs, everything on them. Oh no, and they were ancient, really old. So Billy looked at them and his daddy looked at them and said, Daddy, they're not going to work. I can't wear them. Oh, Daddy says, well, we'll bring them home anyway and see what we can do. So they brought the boots home and they washed them and they stuffed them with papers to dry them. And then they got polish and they cleaned them all up. And then suddenly, they Billy tried on the boots. They got new laces and he put on the boots. They were real old boots, funny looking boots. But when Billy put them on, he felt them on his feet. He thought, these feel very, very strange. So Billy was not very fast and he was very small and he couldn't jump very high either. So he put the boots on and he went out to the back, out to the field behind his house. And next thing he got the ball. And when he went to kick the ball went really high up in the sky. So high. Billy couldn't believe how hard he was at the kicking the ball with these boots. So that was okay. Then the bigger boys came along and they were kicking the ball. And normally Billy would not be able to run as fast as the big boys. They would run much faster. But someone kicked the ball and Billy could feel this in his boots. Next thing he took off and he was able to go faster than all the boys. So that was okay. So he went home. He thought that was very strange and he took his boots off and he hung them up beside his bed. So the next day he went out to the field and he was kicking the ball, but he didn't wear his boots. And he went to kick the ball up in the air, but it didn't go very high. And then the big boys came. And then the big boys came and they kicked the ball. And Billy tried to run after them. But because he just had his ordinary runners on, not his boots, they ran way faster than him. And he couldn't catch them. He couldn't jump, he couldn't do anything. So that was okay. So the next day he went back and he put the boots on. Then he kicked the ball. It went really high in the sky. Then they kicked the ball and the big boys came and they went to run after the ball. But Billy ran much faster than them. Then the ball went up in the air and they all jumped to catch it. And Billy jumped higher than everyone else because he had these boots on. Oh, now he knew, he said. These are magic boots. There must be magic in these boots. So, the next week, he went down to the football team. And the man was there. And they all said, oh, here, Billy is back. Billy is back, Billy is back. So, he had a pair of shorts and he had his socks and he put on his old boots. And all the other boys and girls were looking at the boots going, they're very old looking boots, they don't look really great. Next thing, the football game started and the ball came and a boy went to run for the ball. But Billy ran and got there first because his boots were magic. Then he got the ball and he ran up the pitch and another boy tried to chase him and he was faster than him and he was out from the goals. He could see the goal and he decided, I will take a shot at the goal. Hit the ball. Huge bang! The ball went into the goal. He scored a goal. Nobody could believe what was happening. And Billy kept looking down at his boots. These are magic boots. So, then a ball came across and everybody jumped for the ball and Billy went like that and his boots and he went way up in the sky and he headed the ball into the goal and nobody could believe he could jump that high because of his magic boots. So, he was walking home and near where he lived there was a river. And next thing, he heard a cry of somebody in the river. He didn't know what to do. And he went down and there was a little girl and she was stuck in the river. But she was over the far side and it was really wide. And she was saying, help me, get me out, get me out. But he couldn't get out because he was on the other side of the river. He didn't know what to do. Then he thought, hold on. And he took off his shoes. And he put on his magic boots. And he ran. And he jumped. And he went straight over the other side of the river. Because the boots made him jump over the other side. And then he was able to get a stick and hand it down to the girl and bring her out of the river. They were Billy's magic boots. He went on. They won all their football games. And every single week, Billy was the best player on the team. He could run faster, jump higher, kick the ball harder, do anything at all as long as he had his magic boots on. And those magic boots were old, really, really old, but they belonged to someone very famous many, many years ago. And somebody had said, they're magic. Don't ever lose those boots. That's why his granddad put them down the end of the shed and left them there for all those years so that somebody could find them. And eventually, Billy found them. And although his mammy and daddy didn't have a whole lot of money, and he was the best player, the best footballer, the fastest runner, the highest jumper, all because he had a pair of magic boots. Bye-bye.